Hey, everybody, this is your good friend, Dr. David Proden from down here in the North Star Recording Studio, and we are getting ready for a show, but we are testing out the new microphone for the studio, which is a Shure MV7. So it's kind of finicky here on the Rode arm, and not sure how well this is coming through. So if you are listening out there, let me know what you think. Is this loud enough? Does it sound clear? This should be a significant upgrade from my Yeti, but I'm not sure. I'm doing the settings here for it right now. So actually, let me. There we go. There, I've got my mic gain actually up all the way. So yeah, let me know what you think. So let's see who comes in the chat here. So microphone and headphones, kind of a weird. So that's a mute. All right. So I got to figure out my headphone volume here. This is kind of a goony. There we go. There's my headphone volume, which is a little bit low. I got to bring that back up here. So, all right. I guess I just messed with the mic gain. So here we go. So I guess I'll leave it right there. But what do you think? Am I coming through too hot, too low? Testing 1, 2. Yeah, Ron Wayne, let me know. This is a new mic, arrived about an hour ago via UPS. All prelim. I do have the show tonight at 8. So what in the world here? My mic gain just jumped back. All right. I don't know what in the world caused that to happen. I'm still learning this. All right. That's strange. So yeah, you sound spot on, to be honest. Well, thanks. I'm wondering, if this is coming through, too loud, too soft. So I'm literally just setting this up right now. This just arrived today. So it's a Shure MV7 mic. So my Blue Yeti, which I thought just didn't sound the best, and I didn't kind of like the way that had. Anyway, I'd kind of fallen out of favor with my Blue. Whoa! Now it just bumped me back. No, buddy, I need you to stay here on a mic gain. There we go. All right. I don't know if you guys could. It's bending ballistics. I don't know if you guys can notice it, but it kicked me back, and I didn't do anything to change the setting here. So let me preset. All right. So yeah, this looks like the preset I was on. So yeah, I think the big thing here is it can't be kicking me down on the mic gain. So but I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to position the arm and things like that too. But hey, Ron. So yeah, so tonight at 8:00 I will have my show, and then actually Bending Ballistics will be a guest on my show a week from tomorrow, Wednesday the 26th, right? Do I have that correct? Yeah, Wednesday the 26th of October. So you can already put your notify me on, because I put the show. It's already. Oops, see, it just kicked me back here. It just did that. So why in the world? So I don't know if you noticed it right now, but it just kicked my mic gain back. Did it sound any different? So I'm going to bring my mic gain up, but I can hear it in the headphones, and I can see it over here on the monitor screen. So does this sound any different than it sounded a minute ago? Sounds marvelous. Really, man against the masses. So no change. Sounds clear, clean, and volume's good. Still sounds the same. Well, what in the world is going on here? So, okay. Hello. Testing, testing, testing. Okay. So let's see if this makes a difference. So I appreciate that. So yeah, everybody, make sure you come back here at 8 o'clock. But for the next few minutes, if you don't mind staying, it just kicked me back again. It just moved my mic gain back. That is insane. It is. Yeah. So I don't get what is going on here. Let's try this and see. But yeah, it just kicked my mic gain back. Quadraphonic dock. So fluctuates a little bit, but still tolerable. Thanks, all per 1110. So yeah, for what I paid for this mic, if it's there, it got a bit louder. Okay, man against masses. So I'm working over here with I have my compressor and my settings. I have a limiter. I'm guessing that was causing some of the issues with cutting things back, the limiter. So I just turned that off. But I'm trying to find, uh, yeah, if this mic sounds okay, if the volume sounds okay, auto level. I don't have it on auto level right now, but I could. Okay, I'm going to switch to auto level. All right. Um, we are now on auto level. So, yes, we are on auto level. So, does this sound any different here on auto level? We are now on auto level. So, this is the dock. This is the dock on auto level. Yes. Um, Still sounds good on auto level. Okay. So, yeah, I guess I could do this. It doesn't seem like it's coming through the headphones as loud as I want it to. Um, so let me just check that a second. Are you in Europe? Do you need an adapter? No, I'm not in Europe. So there's microphone. It's kind of a goofy. There we go. So now my headphones are a little bit louder. Um, so this is a Shure, yeah, MV7, which is a step up here in the Safety Doc podcast studio. So I just, one of the big things is I want to make sure that this is loud enough when I do the show, because that was a problem I was having um, with my Yeti. Is even though I turned the gain up a lot, it wasn't very loud. And this should technically be a much better microphone than the Yeti. It's about twice as expensive as my Yeti. Um, so yeah, hopefully this. So I do have it on the auto right now, and this looks like yeah. So anyway, hopefully this is sounding good to you. I mean, now it's sounding pretty good to me through the headphones, and I got to bring it down here and up here and here. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. It's kind of weird. Yeah. I don't know. It's strange. So, let me check one more time here. All right, testing, testing. All right. So, sounds pretty good in my headset right now. So this is on auto level. Um, so auto level, how does that sound? Um, Sounds great. Yeah. Thanks, Ron. So let me, give me some feedback as I. So I have the settings. So the software I downloaded with it, so I can tweak in some of the settings now and at least do some presets. So I can adjust this later. But literally, I think it would be sound better if you had yours. Oh yes, for Abe. Yeah. Well, it will get formal down here at 8 o'clock when that show starts. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to figure out this microphone because it is different, obviously, than my Yeti, the controls, and there is a software component that comes with this that I had to download so I can set up my tone of dark. There's dark. dark, dark, dark. Here's natural, natural, natural. Here's bright, 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 natural, 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 dark, dark, dark. I think natural sounds better. Natural seems a little bit better. Right there's natural. Here's natural. Here's dark. Here's natural. Here's dark. Here's natural. I think natural sounds better. So, and I'm kind of switching between some things. Once I would record, obviously I wouldn't be doing this, um, but yeah, and I kind of like how the mic, at least in this position, it the um, the way that I had the Yeti, it took up a lot more kind of space underneath. So, Coop's sign on the wall be bouncing off that. I'm waiting for Coop to do that. It's Flying Rich. Hey, Flying Rich, how does the audio sound? This is the first time I'm using my Shure MV7. This arrived an hour ago via UPS. So yeah, if it's sounding natural is, I like this. This, I think you're right, Ron Wayne. This is the thing. And I want to make sure too, the volume is good for everybody. Because right, I want this to be a good learning, or not learning, but a listening experience for you. Hey, Vanessa. So this is just a demo I'm doing right now. I have a new mic. This is the Shure MV7. I just got it set up. It's a USB or XLR mic. It can work either way, but I don't have an XLR board. So if it sounds good, hey, Rich, how does it sound to you, buddy? Is this sounding good? And today's the first day of trying it. When I ordered it, it was supposed to be here like on Saturday. So I thought I'd have plenty of time to test it out, but it arrived today, and I have the show tonight. So I was like, well, I'll set it up. It arrived just like an hour ago. But I'd read a lot of reviews, watched a lot of videos about people who use this mic, and I listened to some podcasters who used the mic, and I was pretty impressed. And so I want to know. So Rich, Vanessa, how does this sound to you guys? Right? Is this sounding? Does it sound loud enough? Does it sound like my voice is rich enough? Flying Rich, right? A joke there, but does it sound clear? Is this something you would enjoy listening to, like, this through this microphone, like me talk? I'm trying to calibrate in. It came with some settings here. Sounds nice. Thanks, Vanessa. For those of you who have listened to the safety doc on other streams, is this an improvement? I hope it is, because I did like that headset I bought, which I've used the last couple shows, but to me, that's not nearly as deep. It's good for meetings. Like, it's a big step up. Like, for the meetings that I've had, like, that works great. But for a podcast, I'm not sure I would use that a lot. I prefer to use, or when I'm recording for my university classes, for example, tutorials and stuff like that, I prefer to use a mic and not a headset. And then actually I probably would take the headphones off and stuff like that too. But yeah, clear, good sound. Thanks, Vanessa. Sounds nice. Thank you. Yeah, then again, I'm literally half deaf. Oh no. So yeah, do you guys notice, do you think this is better than what I've had before? Most of my shows were the Yeti, which is in the back. And yeah, I had that Yeti for 6-7 years, but I didn't feel that was a very good mic anymore. I was having some problems with the gain issues, like after shows, having to really re-level the gain quite a bit. And I didn't like the quality. Sounds well through my Bose headphones. Very nice. 100% better. Yeah, Ron, so you're saying 100% better than previous with the Yeti? Because yeah, what I wanted to do, right, is this is a pretty big investment down here in the studio. I think this mic was like $250, and my Yeti was probably half that. And so this is a big step. I'm going to replace the webcam too with the Logitech. I forget, a Brio, so I can adjust the tones and stuff like that. So this is kind of the first step. And these headphones are new, but these are the ones actually that just have my headset on them, but I took the headset off. So these are my HyperX, which are good, but I'm going to get a better pair of headphones. I'm just using this kind of monitor headphones right now. But yeah, so, there's certain times I want to use a headset, and there are other times I don't want to use a headset. And I don't want to be podcasting kind of just primarily through a headset. So, But yeah, so if you're saying like this sounds really good, could you send DLD the cord for the Yeti? I believe that's why he isn't using his. So man, well, I'm not going to give up on the Yeti just yet. It has to stay in a reserve capacity here. Um, so yes, my Yeti, but the Yeti microphone cord isn't. I don't think there's anything special about that. I think I think I've got other cords that do the same thing that that does. I'm pretty sure it's just a USB-C to um, US A for a USB thing. So I'll have to look, but I don't think that's a special cord that goes with that. So, but yeah, this is supposed to be a much better quality microphone. I watch a lot of reviews on it. So my Bose are on sale on base. Cool. Yeah, I'm getting a new set of headphones. I have to go into my Best Buy cart to figure out what they were or what they are. But I had done that and bought a little stand for my headphones. And that actually is really good. I think it was like $11, and it's over here in this, but it's really a nice thing. And this headset, I like these HyperX. I mean, it's over the ear. It's a nice step up from my Logitech 390s, which those were on the ear, and those were kind of made me the ear sore and stuff like that. And I use those for a lot of meetings during the pandemic. But yeah, so this one, when I throw the mic on it, it turns into a really nice um, headset that I can use when I'm doing meetings, because when I'm doing meetings, I'm grabbing papers over here, whatever, and then you can still hear me. But when I'm doing like a podcast, not only podcast, but I do my university classes in spring are all online. So I'm relying a lot on a microphone for that. And because I record things and then I you can see like on my regular channel, not my regular channel, but my university channel, I guess, I have a lot of videos, that I produce. Well, then I like to have a microphone like this. And then I probably won't wear a headset, but right, I like to do that. So yeah, as Bose makes awesome stuff. I have a set of Bose speakers on my desktop right now that I bought maybe 8-10 years ago, Vanessa. And they are awesome. They're only the size of like a uh, no, they're not like a Cracker Jack box. What would I say? Like a Cheez-It box. Like both of them are like the size of a Cheez-It box. Though, and they are awesome. They are the best speakers I've ever had in my life. I love the sound out of them. So yeah, I've had those for quite a while, and will not upgrade or change these because they're awesome. They do exactly what I need them to do. So yeah, so a few things, so this is sounding good. Again, this is the natural. Okay, so here's natural. I can do 3 settings now. Natural. This is bright, bright, bright. This is the bright setting. This is the natural setting. This is the natural setting. This is the dark setting. This is the dark setting. I don't like that. That doesn't sound right to me. So this is the dark setting. This is the natural setting. I like this one. This is the natural setting. This is the bright setting. This is the bright setting. That's not bad. I don't know if you hear a difference. Bright, bright, bright setting. Natural, natural, natural setting. Yeah, natural setting sounds best. I agree with you, Vanessa. I can hear it through the headphones, and I think natural is the best. So I like that. Yeah, Bose makes awesome speakers. Yeah, I'm really happy with these. And like I said, I'm not jamming out down here. I used to have a stereo when I was growing up. I was like 18, and the thing was, I had built a rack for it, and it was like it was like floor to ceiling. It was just crazy with components and, big speakers and all that. But there's really no jamming out down here anymore in the North Star recording studio. And actually, these Bose would kind of do the job if I needed to, but I'm pretty good shape. So I also like that it has a real time LED on here. So I don't want to, but anyway, there's LED lights on top, so I can see as I'm speaking. It's lighting up. So that's kind of a cool thing. And this is, I'm going to work on this a little bit, but this is I think a nicer arrangement to have the mic kind of come in from the side. It really frees up a lot of space underneath for me. So I like that, like, just trying to type, because my Yeti sat on a kind of a reverb prevention apparatus. I don't know what you'd call it, but and I don't know if it was really necessary. They market these things and you buy them. I don't have it on this. And I suppose like you could hear, but there's a bong, 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 like I'm hitting on a table, but this is coming through the arm. And I mean, there's not a scenario where there's going to be much vibration down in this room. And not like I'm doing anything super professional for recording anyway. So yeah, my thought is just to leave the mic in the stand the way that it is. So it's New York Outcast. So, hey man, thanks for being here. And thank you everybody for being here, because I'm trying to calibrate this microphone, which you're helping me do right now. Your mic looks professional. Oh, thanks, Ron. So yeah, I'm going to kind of try to clean the cord up a little bit. It has to come out this way. Actually, there's not there's not much room here on my headset. Like, thankfully, the mic will always be close to me, but I'm like, there's not a lot of cord here on the headset. I do have a different headset I can use, and like I said, I'm getting a monitor headset. So Bacon, how does this sound? I dropped $250 here on a Shure microphone. It's in the electronics department at Dismore's IGA. Here it is. It arrived today, my Shure MV7. And I wanted the XLR option because if I ever go with a, not kind of like a sound table on this, you know what I'm saying, like a soundboard, then I can still use this. I can just use an XLR cord and use this off a soundboard, which I don't think I'll do. Had really good reviews. I watch a lot of YouTube, reviews, people using this just with the USB. So sounds good, Doc. Well, thanks. What type of boom arm using? This is a Rode PSA 1. This is the boom arm I bought when I had my when I had my Yeti. So I've had this boom arm maybe so we can kind of the shirt. You can also see now the microphone be a little different, but it has the LEDs will show you the volume on the top. So as you're speaking, like you can actually see in real time. And so yeah, here's my Rode. And it's on a table next to me, just where it's connected. So here we go. And then I have different ways I can tighten this up here, and probably right there. So yeah, this is I guess probably what I would do for a setting. And if you're saying it looks good, I know it kind of wipes out my books a little bit in the back, but maybe, I don't know, I have to mess with it a little bit. So there we go. So yeah, I think it does have a nice visual to it. Like it has with a Shure on the side of it, and you can kind of see the LEDs going on top. And I think it has. So it's a PSA. That was maybe like $100, and I really like it. It's easy to use. Now I think Elgato makes ones which are very good also. But this mic isn't very heavy. My Yeti was heavy, and this PSA handled it fine. I could move it wherever. If anything, like there's a little more spring now because this is a lighter mic, so I've got to maneuver this a little more to get it in position because it wants to like bounce back somewhere. What is the blue circle on the wall behind you? Man Against Man says that's a 33 RPM record that my daughter painted as an art project in school a couple of years ago. So that's what that is. That's so just an art project. Yeah. And I'll be moving that around once Coop's artwork arrives, but I might keep it in the back if it fits in there. I'm going to move things around, but yeah, that's just it's a record. It's kind of cool. Yeah. So she gave it to me. So yeah, if the audio is sounding good, I need boom arms for my workbenches. Cool. Yeah. Vanessa, I'm really satisfied with this. I've never had an issue. Now, the one thing is like the cords always run external on this. Like some of the new boom arms, you can get the cords inside, but like, because this is a USB-C to USB-A connection, like, I don't know how you'd sneak a USB-A cord through the inside. You'd have to have a really big gap to do that. And for me, like a lot of it's off air. And I mean, yeah, I wish this was running kind of internal. I don't know this, but that's kind of picky, right? That's not that big of a thing. But as far as like quality, this is a really good boom arm. And I've had this one for years, and there's nothing there's nothing I don't want a different boom arm. This one works great. So weight matters, especially in my firearms nervous system degradation. The weight helps. Yeah, this is a very sturdy boom arm. Again, I would definitely buy it again. So if anything happened to it, but there's no, it's really easy, to clamp it on. It's a table next to me. So like this boom arm extends quite a way to my right. And, and yeah, and it does what it needs to do. And I'll kind of clean it up here in the next couple days, as far as like, I might, with the cord, I think I'm going to put the cord and connect it like right here, like kind of angle it up. Which means I just have to, I think right here, I have little Velcro things. I'll just put it around there and kind of run it up and through. But but yeah, but yeah, you're saying like for the volume, this is sounding good. Voice quality is clear, and I think the point there is it, yeah. I mean, should I keep this mic? Right, I'm going to do a show tonight, right? But is this mic worth keeping? Has it improved my voice that much? And by the way, I'm not going to spend if I get rid of this mic, if I took it back, I'm not going to spend more than 250 on a mic. That was a pretty big commitment here from the Safety Doc recording studio. But in my headset, like this mic sounds good. I think it sounds much better than my Yeti. My friend Aaron Clary always has his Yeti up in the corner, like when he's recording. I'm like, I've never been able to do that, like to have the Yeti away from me, even if the gain is turned all the way up, and have it pick up the volume. And this mic actually is designed to be about this far away. Um, so, if you're doing a lot of movement, you probably would have to switch to a headset, but it's because the Yeti is a condenser, and this is a cardioid, so this is a little more sensitive. So it's meant to be a little closer. But right, if I'm doing a show, I'm in a chair, and I can just kind of move the mic, and I can see where things are at. But I think this will work out well. So it needs Safety Doc logo on the side of it. Yeah, like right up here. Wouldn't that be something like safetyphd.com or yeah. I do have a kind of a homemade arm covering here. They're called flags that go on that have your logo and stuff. But if you order them and have your logo put on, they're expensive. They're easily over $100 for like a little arm logo that goes over here. So I'm not into spending that. Um, I mean, so it's kind of just the look, but right, there's stuff you can buy. They're mic flags, and then you get your logo, or if it's just like Safety PhD or safetyphd.com. So I just made my own, but unless I have like the side camera, it doesn't really show that much. And now I can just put Safety PhD in the bottom. So it's not that big of a thing, but um, did you say you're doing another show tonight? Yeah, I am. This is a regular, I have a regular show scheduled tonight. I had a meeting last night with one of my students who had missed class. So because of that, it interrupted. I wasn't able to do a show. So 3D print safety, somebody do that. Help out the doc. 3D print me something that can go on here. And tonight I do my regular show. So you can go in, and it starts 8 o'clock. And then next Wednesday is Bending Ballistics is going to be a guest on my show. And we already have the whole show put together, and it'll be great. It's about arming teachers. He's Bending Ballistics is a competitive shooter. So we're also going to talk about how trap shooting is increased in high schools. I looked, it was like in 2007, there were 3 schools doing this, and now there's like 44,000 schools, literally. So we're going to go through, and he coaches in that. That's a great show. That worked in his schedule. Monday is my normal show date, but it didn't work in his schedule to do it on Monday. So we're doing next Wednesday, and then we won't do a show on Halloween, probably. And the following Monday is my birthday. So probably won't be doing, but I'll be doing my weekly shows. So they'll be weekly, and they're already in there. If you go in the channel, you can see like when the shows are already put in. But typically it's going to be Monday nights. It's just that it didn't work out for the last couple days. So the show with Bending Ballistics is 8:30, and that had to be for his schedule. So, but normally all my shows will be 8 o'clock. So yeah, Vanessa, you're right. Like tonight's show will be 8 o'clock. So here in about 10 minutes, I'm gonna have to like get off of here and kind of get ready for the show and get the lighting ready and get the safety cam set up and stuff like that. But so I like the look of this mic though. I think the mic having the side thing in Shure, I think this has a professional look to it. Is that your impression? Vanessa, New York Outcast, do you guys, I mean, is this looking cool? Does this look cooler, right? Than um, the previous setup? Because I think this looks more professional, like to, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think it looks professional. I think my voice sounds better in this. So Ron is saying yes. Yeah, I like this. I like how the Shure logo comes up on the side. Now I've kind of got this. So crap, I got to go for a minute. New York Outcast. So well, appreciate everybody. So I like the look. Smooth speaking, stands up professional. Thanks, Vanessa. That's really kind of you to say, and I appreciate that. I'll tighten this up, kind of, with the chords and stuff tomorrow to give it a little more of a clean look. I literally was waiting for the UPS person, and they're driving around the neighborhood, right? And I'm like, well, come on, I know like the box is on there, and so I was like messing around in my garage, and then he overshot the house, and then he like stopped, and then he's walking back, and I'm like, here's the box. So then I quickly took took it out of the box and right worked and got it connected here to the existing arm, and then I had to download software. Then there's a firmware update, and I'm like, this has got to happen. This has got to go, because I didn't want to use the headset. I didn't want to use a headset tonight, and I already taken the Yeti apart. So yeah, the Yeti is sitting in back of me. It's there it is. There's the Yeti. So this is significantly smaller than the Yeti. The Yeti is a big microphone, and so this also kind of cleans things up. And what it does is it gives me a lot of space underneath to type that I didn't have before. Because again, the Yeti was when you'd see the top of the Yeti, I mean, there's a foot of Yeti underneath that, so um, very cool, very professional, Misty Mrs. Wayne. Well, I appreciate that you said that. That's very kind of you and Vanessa, and yeah, I appreciate. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this down, and then at 8 o'clock tonight, I already got the show, it's all ready to go. And I'm going to talk about when I was on PBS twice, what that was like. And for example, what are the things I had to do ahead of time? What happens when you come in the studio? What are some things they tell you never to do when you're presenting to a live studio audience, right? The new mic is definitely better sounding than the on location from the chopper sound of the headset. Yeah, well, thanks, Twisted Rooster. I appreciate that. Yeah, I had high hopes for the headset that was going to be the answer. And I think if you did like an XLR headset, maybe it is, but it just wasn't cutting it for me. Like when I did the Megan Usui interview with the headset, I transcribed that because I wanted to take parts of that for when I'm presenting about philosophy of information. Megan was awesome, right? And I'm listening to it and I'm saying, oh God, like Megan sounded very good. I sounded kind of nasally, and it just didn't have a great, for me, it just didn't have a great sound. So I'm like, okay, so that headset is going to be for, and actually this is the headset. I just detached the mic. That headset will be for meetings because I think it works great for meetings. But I'm not going to use it for anything. What makes the NFL managers? Yeah, no kidding, right? I think that they're Bose on the side, right? But yeah, they're probably thousands and thousands of dollars, right? So but yeah, so you're right, Twisted Rooster. When I was just like, man, that microphone just wasn't doing it for a podcast for me. So it's kind of too bad that I had that interview with Megan Usui, which was a great interview, and I didn't have great audio on my side for that. Where I think this audio sounds much better. So yeah, I'm going to there's a few. I have to fire up the fireplace because it's crazy. It was 35 degrees yesterday, and then dropped down to 28. And it got up to 47 today, and it's going to drop down to 25. And I had my concrete poured 2 weeks ago, but we had the 70 degree days for like a week after that. So everything was good on the concrete, and actually it's going to warm up a little bit this weekend. It'll be in the 70s. And I've checked my concrete all looks good, cured well. There's no like freezing in the concrete. It reached its 500 psi within 72 hours anyway. But I actually have grass that I planted where the concrete went in because that was all disturbed, and my clover is starting to go. My grass is starting to come up. So I think like I watered again this afternoon. I don't want to soak things too much, but if I can get through the next couple nights, I've got a stretch of like 5 days of 50 to 70-degree weather, and I think then my grass will come in where I had to reseed in that area. So anyway, yeah. So I love this mic. I love the appearance of it. I think I like having the LEDs on the top for instant feedback. I think it's 93 out right now, 47. Yeah. So this weekend it will be 70 on Saturday, 74 on Sunday, which is high, which is very warm for this time of year. And then it kind of goes back into the 60s and 50s, but like it feels really cold. The humidity has dropped sharply. So it was sunny today though. Yesterday it was overcast, so it felt colder. You don't get any sun, but today it did get up to 47. But yeah, I'm loving that new concrete. I put that big concrete pad out in front of the house. So now I can park my car on the right. There's really not a good reason to just park a car there and the neighbors play basketball. Your car get hit anyway, but I can, it's big in winter. It'll be big in winter because with my driveway, anybody opening their door up on that side was just opening into a snowbank. And now I've got a concrete pad there. Anyway, concrete looks great. Like the house. Yeah. Pad is curing nicely, Vanessa. I've been checking it. They actually they sealed it that day with an acrylic commercial sealer. They gave me the name of it, so I've got it written down and I looked it up, and yeah, it's industrial grade. So they came back and that night they applied it, and it's meant to be applied in the first 12 hours. And then it helps the curing process, slows down the evaporation of, and it never got really hot here anyway. So we've had really good weather for setting concrete. And then I've been checking and everything looks really, really great. So yeah, I haven't driven on it. I as long as I can, I'm not going to drive on it. I have no reason to drive on it. I'll just let it continue to cure. But it looks really good from the road, and just like having that old damaged, ugly slab next to the house is gone, and now this pushes out further toward the road. And yeah, there's a lot of pluses. Yeah, everything is good. I had to go and buy some pea gravel to because I didn't want any erosion. There's one side of it which is exposed where I'm going to be doing some landscaping, putting in some rocks and stuff like that in spring. So I just kind of dumped in some pea gravel and threw some rocks over there for the time being, and then I'll deal with it in spring and kind of just clear all that out and really make it look professional. So it goes over to my neighbor's property, and I've been telling him like he's cool. They're cool about it, but I'm like I'll because they let me take down their fence to put this in temporarily, and I said I'll catch you in spring. Like I'm totally going to redo this, and I'll bring it all the way over to your property, like this commercial edging, and I'll bring in stones, and I'm like it'll look really cool. I'll do all it for you. So just as an appreciation, like it'll really look nice from the road. They're like cool. I'm like got it. All right, so everybody, I'm going to, finish saying I want a huge 3-car garage with workspace upstairs and down. Probably, wouldn't that be great? Oh God, I have a 2-car garage, but so on the left stall is wider than the right stall. The left pad coming in is wider than the right pad, which I didn't realize, but until like all this project was being done. So when we pull in our SUV, the SUV is shorter than my car. I have a Buick LaCrosse, which is I think like 16 feet long. So it's a long, big car. So when we pull in our SUV, there's a lot of room you can get in and out. But when I pull in my car, like I have to watch the mirror very carefully. I don't have electronically folding in mirrors, so I'd have to manually fold it in. But then I can't figure out where the side is if I do that anyway, or where the rail is. So I don't have a lot of room when I pull my vehicle in, and then also you can't get out the right hand side of the vehicle because immediately the wall is there. So so when I pull up, one of the reasons I had the concrete pad pushed out as far as I could by code, because I kept it within 8 inches of the property line, and within 5 to 8 feet of where sidewalk would be, the city sidewalk. So I had to measure all that out. This is about as far as I could get it without without the city asking questions. So, but it does give me an area now where I can snow blow in winter. And then, if my kids are in the car, my wife's in the car, like they can open the door and get out. And then it's all broom finished, which you have to do for a driveway by code in our city for traction. But it's a light broom, so I told them, like, I don't want any like real aggressive broom finish on it. Um, so they just did a light broom, which looks really good and has nice traction because it is winter, right? I mean, well, I want that to have traction during winter. You get out. I don't want to be on a smooth surface. So, but anyway, the concrete looks awesome. The guy still has this sign in our yard. He's like, "Can I keep it there for a while yet?" I've been telling people to drive by. I'm like, "It's local." I'm like, "Yeah, but at some point, dude, you got to pick the sign up, or I'm going to put it in the garage because, like, it's been 2 weeks now, so I'll keep it up for a week yet. But next week, the sign's coming down. You can have it back, right? But it's going in the garage. So, all right, everybody, I will see you at 8 o'clock. I am out of here. And thank you so much for the kind words and the feedback on the mic. I appreciate that. Um, and yeah, I have to change, and I'm going to put on the same sport coat that I use for both of my PBS TV presentations. So this is the safety doc out. I will see you in 34 minutes. All right. Thanks, everybody. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Vanessa, Barnaby, New York Outcast, all you guys. Thank you so much for helping me, Ron Wayne, to hone in this microphone. Misty, Mrs. Wayne, thank you guys. New York Outcast. See you guys in a little bit.